Alright, what I'm going to do is show you guys how to make a real homemade tattoo gun. I've seen a lot of videos that make guns out of pencils, which don't get me wrong, they're good sometimes, but I prefer really not to have one. I prefer a real gun like this one. But if you cannot get a real tattoo gun, then what I recommend you do is do the best you can with what you got and just get the right parts for a homemade tattoo gun. Go to a Novelty Mart, which is a head shop, and I'm sure you guys know what they sell. Pick up a disposable tube. They look like this. 99 cents for the tube, not much at all, and you really want one if you're going to do a tattoo. While you're there, maybe pick up some needles. I recommend if you're going to do lining, get you a 5 round, 7 round, and 9 round. If you're just starting out, then just get you a 5 round needle. This is a 7 round, but demonstration, this is what the needles look like. When you get that needle, you take that needle out of the packaging, get you some pliers that have cutters on them, or dikes, that's really what they're called. Get you some wire cutters and cut. Hope you guys can see this. I'm not going to cut this because I'm still using this needle for my real gun. Cut that eye off. Cut the eye off. Just snip it off. Once you snip that eye off, the needle will look like this. Take that needle, when you cut the eye off, get you a pair of pliers and bend the needle without the eye, pretend the eye's not there. And when you bend that needle's going to look like this. It's going to come out with like a little L. It's going to look like an L. Make sure though, when you bend that needle, if you guys can see that, make sure where your needles are soldered on to your barb, make sure you bend the L down. So when you bend the L down, the needle has it actually has where the needles are on the bottom and not on the top. If you do it on the top, that's wrong. It's not going to work too good for you. So you really want to make sure you have that right. The needle should look like that when you're done, and I hope you guys can see that. It should look like that. Once you have put the L in here with your needles down, you know, down to where it's going to be towards the tube, then you want to take the needle and give it a little bend, just a little bit, not much, just bend it a little, and that is what the finished product is going to look like. Okay, next, go to Radio Shack. I'm not going to take my gun completely apart because sometimes I still use it. Go to Radio Shack, get you a motor. This is the motor. It's going to be an 18 volt motor. You can get them out of a cassette player or a VCR, but if you got a Radio Shack, just go there and pick one up. They're like $4.50, $5, and it's the 18 volt motor. Get you a package of buttons. Walmart. The button's going to look like this, of course. Take that button. If you're wondering what this black thing is on the motor, I took a rubber band and wrapped it around the stem of the motor, so where when I put the button on the motor, it don't go down, it don't fall down. Get a spoon also. Okay, get you a spoon, bend the spoon to look like this. Take the spoon, the actual spoon part, just cut it off. Cut it off, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Take that spoon, grip the spoon, and just start bending it until the actual spoon just falls off. And once you do that, it's going to look like this. And this part of the spoon is going to be the base for the motor, if you see what I'm saying here. You're going to take that motor, get you some electrical tape, and wrap the motor around the spoon. Make sure you don't tape the tube on there just yet, and just wrap one piece of tape around there so you can actually adjust that, because you're probably going to have to adjust that to the fitting, to the setting of your tube. once you get all of this going, you're going to have to go to Radio Shack also. If you want, you don't have to. Get the toggle switch. Of course, this is a spoon part that I've kind of molded to fit around the motor, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. But if you don't want a toggle switch, you don't have to get one. It's just a lot more. It's just more difficult to operate. Go to Radio Shack, pick up your little toggle switch, about $2, and you can't beat that. And then I just got another piece of spoon, pretty much done the same thing with this, and I clipped it. Once I clipped the spoon, I just kind of wrapped it around the motor so where it's actually going to look like this when the gun is done. And I'll show you that a little further on, maybe the second video, but I will have the other video here shortly. And I'll show you how to put all of the pieces together and actually what it looks like when it's done. So be looking for the second video. It'll be on real shortly.